It's deeply shameful, but it's one of those moments. I can't believe I didn't think of this when I had the topic time on Discord for this. Because on Discord, I have a channel where I basically pose a random topic and people respond and chat if they want about something, the specific topic related. And this is one of those moments that occasionally I'm about to fall asleep and I wake up, I'm like, oh God, how did that happen? You know, just one of those deep cringe moments of your life, and you just assume everybody remembers it and thinks negatively on you, but nobody remembers because no one thinks about you. Because everyone's busy thinking about themselves and all the embarrassing things they did. So it was 6th grade? It was 5th or 6th grade. I think it was 6th grade. We went to a camp. Let me be clear. I went to a public school, and as part of this public school, they took us for a week to a camp. I don't know why. And you did like horseback riding, and you didn't have, this was my 6th grade, so this was in like the year 2000, right? So I was going to say you didn't have like your phone or anything. Nobody had mobile phones. Nobody had computers. I mean, people had computers, but they were all desktops. You didn't really have laptops. So they thought it would be like, oh, you go and you spend like a week, and it was like campgrounds. I don't know why. It's not super important, but yeah, 6th grade camp. So you can just imagine all of the horrifying moments that every 6th grader had at some point at like a campground with all of your friends. Just imagine any situation. It has probably happened to somebody. Just one of those moments that sticks with you for your whole life. So I'm going to share with you mine. There was an evening where there was square dancing. And all of the kids were forced to square dance. Now, the classes all didn't have like an exact number of boys to girls. So it's not like you just fell onto a partner. You know, there was the awkward phase of like, oh, you've got to ask someone. But if you weren't fast enough, there was nobody. There were not enough girls. There were not enough 6th grade girls. If you want to know what square dancing is, it's essentially just line dancing, but to country music. That's what square dancing is. Why this was required on an evening, I don't know. But when you're in 6th grade, you answer to authority. They say, hey, at this time, you can't stay in this, this stupid cabin thing. You can't just sit in there. You've got to come to this stupid place. We're going to square dance. When you're in 6th grade, you don't think, no, I refuse to do that. This is stupid. You go even though you hate it because you're, how old are you in 6th grade? 12? 12-ish, right? That makes sense. So, 6th grade Jayborino is a little dweeb who doesn't ask any girls to dance. And let me give you some more context. I didn't have a lot of friends in elementary school, and that's because I switched schools twice. All right? So when 6th grade comes around, I was not a very popular 6th grade kid. So even if number one, I was a young, awkward kid, and I didn't want to ask anyone to square dance because nobody wanted to square dance in the first place. Number two, I felt extra pressure to not ask anyone because nobody liked me. So it's a recipe for disaster. So I think, well, 6th grade me, very logical, intelligent, galaxy brain child thinks, if I just don't get a partner, then I don't have to square dance. And I'll just sit to the side with like the 4 other children who couldn't get a partner, and we will just live, we'll feel bad about it because we're 6th grade kids with no friends and we're losers. But I would rather be that kid than have to square dance. Animu, you're on the right track, but not quite. I was forced to square dance with an adult man. I will never forget it, and it was also videotaped, and it was shown at the school upon returning. This is a true story. And it will haunt me forever. Yeah, under penalty of death. Like I said, you're in 6th grade. You're like 11, 12, right? You're not really in the zone yet. You're not that teenager who's ready to stand up to adults in authority and say, "Nah, dog. I do what I want." You do what you're told by your teachers. And in my case, it was square dancing with an adult man who was one of the chaperones. And, you know, come to think of it, I do sometimes wonder if maybe that man, hopefully, that man is still living to this day. I mean, he's probably about the age of my parents, so hopefully he's doing well in his early 60s. Thank you for the 5 pounds, Jonathan B. I appreciate that. I wonder if he thinks about it. I don't know. I don't remember if it was his fault, if he was assigned, and maybe he had the same thoughts. If, you know, I'm 32. If I was a chaperone on a school trip and I was advised, hey, these kids don't have square dancing partners and they're all young boys, you need to square dance with one of them, I would just say no, because I'm not in 6th grade, and I can say now, confidently, no. I'm a volunteer because I'm part of the stupid fucking PTA or whatever. I refuse to square dance with a child. It will haunt them forever, and also just doesn't seem like a smart idea for me to be known as the man who square dances with young boys. Yeah, why would they do that, Blazia? That's a great question. Times were different back then in the year 2000, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm wondering. Like, I clearly remember it. Would that man remember it? Again, I'm in my early 30s, and I feel like if I square dance with a young child, it would probably stick with me. Yeah, I agree. Usually, you're the only one that remembers your own cringy moments, but the question though is, was it not also a horrible cringy moment for that man? Or was it his idea? We'll never know. Anyway, it's Mapperino. Let's play some maps, and I can relish the fact that there are now around 40 people who are willing to watch me play maps as part of an event that I've named after my internet persona. 6th grade, Jayborino would be proud that he's extroverted enough to share this information with people. Virtual strangers, if you will. You're not all strangers. I've gotten to know quite a few of you. But you understand the sentiment.